Every morning, we wake up with a choice, a brand new chance to shape our day, our energy, and our mindset. But what do most of us do? We grab our phones, check messages, think about deadlines, regrets, and worries. Before our feet even touch the floor, we're already drowning in noise. But what if we paused just for a moment, closed our eyes, took a deep breath, and reminded ourselves that we are in control, that the outside world doesn't get to decide our peace, we do. Imagine starting your day not with chaos, but with clarity, not with fear, but with focus, not with stress, but with stillness. In this video, we'll uncover 5 powerful lines rooted in Buddhist wisdom that you can speak to yourself every single morning. They don't take more than a minute, but they can change everything. In Buddhism, there is a simple yet profound practice that can bring peace, clarity, and purpose to our mornings. It involves speaking 5 powerful lines to ourselves, 5 affirmations that align our minds with wisdom, compassion, and inner peace. These lines are not just words. They are guiding principles that help us navigate the challenges of life with a calm heart and a clear mind. This practice is rooted in ancient Buddhist teachings, but is deeply relevant to modern life. In a world full of distractions, stress, and uncertainty, these 5 lines serve as a reminder of what truly matters. They help us cultivate gratitude, embrace impermanence, nurture compassion, seek wisdom, and find inner peace. By making this a daily habit, we can reprogram our minds, shift our perspectives, and create a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Imagine for a moment that you wake up feeling overwhelmed, already dreading the responsibilities ahead. Now, imagine starting the same day with a moment of stillness, whispering these 5 lines to yourself with full awareness. The difference is profound. Instead of beginning the day with stress, you begin with purpose. Instead of reacting to the world, you set the tone for how you will experience it. Gratitude is one of the most powerful emotions we can cultivate. It has the ability to change our mood, our mindset, and even our reality. In Buddhism, gratitude is not just about being thankful for the good things in life. It is about appreciating life itself with all its ups and downs. When we wake up in the morning and say, "I am grateful for this new day," we acknowledge the preciousness of life. Each day is a gift, a chance to learn, grow, and experience the world. No matter what challenges we may face, we are still here, breathing, alive. That alone is something to be grateful for. Too often we focus on what is missing from our lives rather than what is present. We dwell on what went wrong yesterday, or what we fear might go wrong today. But gratitude shifts our focus. It reminds us that even in our struggles, there are blessings to be found. Think about the simple yet beautiful things we often take for granted. The warmth of the morning sun, the comfort of a bed, the ability to take a deep breath. There are people in the world who would give anything to have the things we overlook every day. Gratitude does not mean ignoring our problems. It means seeing the full picture, appreciating both the challenges and the gifts that life offers. Imagine waking up and truly feeling gratitude in your heart. You open your eyes, take a deep breath, and whisper to yourself, "I am grateful for this new day." You feel a sense of peace wash over you. You are alive, and that is enough. Life is constantly changing. Nothing stays the same forever. Not our joys, not our sorrows, not even our own thoughts. In Buddhism, this truth is known as impermanence. When we resist change, we suffer. But when we learn to embrace it, we find freedom. By saying, "I embrace impermanence," we remind ourselves that everything in life is temporary. The difficult moments will pass, just as the happy moments do. This understanding helps us let go of attachment and live in the present. Most of our suffering comes from clinging to happiness, hoping it will last forever, or clinging to pain, fearing that it will never end. But life is like the ocean, always in motion. Waves rise and fall, just as our emotions, experiences, and circumstances do. Nothing is stagnant, and that is a beautiful thing. Think about a time when you felt deep sadness. It may have seemed endless, but eventually it faded. Or think about a moment of pure joy. It too passed. Recognizing this truth allows us to appreciate the good times fully while understanding that the tough times are not permanent. This perspective is liberating. It means we don't have to fear change. We can embrace it. When we accept impermanence, we stop clinging to things that no longer serve us. We learn to flow with life rather than fight against it. And in doing so, we find a sense of peace that is unshaken by the ups and downs of life. Compassion is the heart of Buddhist practice. It is the ability to see others' pain, to understand their struggles, and to respond with kindness. But true compassion begins with ourselves. When we say, "I cultivate compassion for myself and others," we set an intention to be gentle, both with our own hearts and with those around us. Too often we are our own harshest critics. We replay our mistakes, judge ourselves for our flaws, and hold on to guilt. But what if we treated ourselves with the same kindness we offer to a friend? Self-compassion means accepting ourselves as we are, understanding that we are human, and recognizing that we are doing our best. When we practice this, we naturally extend the same understanding to others. We become more patient, more forgiving, and more connected to the people around us. Each morning, as you speak this line, take a deep breath and let go of any self-judgment. Feel the warmth of kindness in your heart. Let that compassion expand beyond yourself, touching everyone you meet throughout the day. Wisdom is not just about knowledge. It is about understanding life on a deeper level. It is about seeing things clearly, making mindful choices, and aligning our actions with our values. By saying, "I walk the path of wisdom," we commit ourselves to learning and growing. We remind ourselves that every experience, good or bad, is a lesson. When we approach life with curiosity and openness, we discover wisdom in unexpected places. Wisdom also means knowing when to let go, when to hold on, and when to simply be. It is the ability to pause before reacting, to listen before speaking, and to act with awareness rather than impulse. This practice of wisdom leads to better decisions, stronger relationships, and a life of greater fulfillment. Each day, as you recite this affirmation, ask yourself, how can I walk the path of wisdom today? What choices will bring me closer to clarity and peace? Inner peace is not something we find outside of ourselves. It is something we cultivate within. And it begins with self-acceptance. When we say, "I am at peace with myself," we affirm that we are enough just as we are. We let go of self-doubt, fear, and comparison. We stop chasing perfection and start embracing our own journey. This does not mean we stop growing. It means we find peace in the process. We trust that we are exactly where we need to be. We no longer seek happiness in external things, but in the stillness of our own hearts. Imagine carrying this peace with you throughout the day. No matter what happens, no matter what challenges arise, you remain steady, centered, and calm. This is the power of inner peace. It allows you to move through life with grace and confidence. As we move through the morning, carrying these affirmations in our hearts, we begin to notice a shift. The way we view the world changes. The way we react to situations becomes different. We are no longer just moving through life on autopilot. We are living with awareness, intention, and presence. Each of these 5 lines is like a seed planted in the mind. And like any seed, they need nurturing. The more we repeat them, reflect on them, and embody them, the deeper they take root in our consciousness. Slowly, these words become more than just words. They become a way of life. When we start our day with gratitude, something incredible happens. We begin to see blessings where we once saw burdens. A difficult day at work becomes an opportunity to learn patience. A challenging conversation becomes a chance to practice understanding. Even small mundane moments, like sipping a warm cup of tea or feeling the cool morning breeze, become sources of joy. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to radiate happiness no matter what? They aren't the ones with the easiest lives. They are the ones who have learned to appreciate life deeply. They understand that joy isn't found in grand events or perfect circumstances. It's found in the little things, in everyday moments that are often overlooked. Imagine going through an entire day with this mindset. You wake up and say, "I am grateful for this new day." You step outside and notice the way the sunlight filters through the trees, the laughter of children playing, the kindness of a stranger holding the door open for you. These are the moments that make life beautiful, and they have always been there. We just need to train our minds to see them. Impermanence is often viewed as something sad, but in reality, it is one of the most freeing truths of life. When we resist change, we suffer. When we embrace it, we find peace. Think about how often we worry about the future or cling to the past. We hold on to relationships that no longer serve us, jobs that drain us, or expectations that no longer fit who we are. But when we truly embrace impermanence, we let go of this unnecessary suffering. Imagine a difficult situation you're currently facing. Maybe it's stress at work, conflict with a loved one, or uncertainty about the future. Now, remind yourself, this too shall pass. Nothing is permanent, not joy, not sorrow, not even our problems. Just as the seasons change, so do our circumstances. And just as nature does not resist change, neither should we. This realization allows us to let go of fear. We stop being so attached to outcomes and start living in the present. We learn to appreciate things as they are, knowing that they won't always be this way. And in doing so, we find a deep sense of freedom. Compassion is one of the most transformative forces in the world. It has the ability to heal wounds, build connections, and create a sense of belonging. And it starts within us. Too often, we are harsh on ourselves. We judge our mistakes, compare ourselves to others, and expect perfection. But when we cultivate self-compassion, we begin to see ourselves with kindness. We understand that we are human, and that being human means being imperfect. Think about a time when you made a mistake. Instead of criticizing yourself, imagine speaking to yourself the way you would to a dear friend. You wouldn't tell a friend that they're a failure or that they aren't good enough. You would remind them that mistakes are part of learning, that they are doing their best, and that they are worthy of love no matter what. This same compassion should extend to others. When someone is rude or unkind, instead of reacting with anger, we can pause and ask, what pain might they be carrying? Often, those who hurt others are hurting themselves. Instead of adding to their suffering with our own anger, we can choose to respond with understanding. Compassion is not weakness, it is strength. It allows us to navigate life with an open heart, to build deeper connections, and to create a more loving world. Wisdom is not something we are born with. It is something we cultivate. It is gained through experience, reflection, and conscious effort. And every single day, we are given opportunities to grow wiser. One of the greatest lessons in wisdom is learning when to speak and when to remain silent. How often do we say things in the heat of the moment that we later regret? How often do we act impulsively, only to realize later that a different choice would have been better? By walking the path of wisdom, we train ourselves to pause before reacting. We learn to listen deeply, to think critically, and to make choices that align with our values. Wisdom is not just about knowing what is right, it is about having the patience and discipline to act on that knowledge. Each morning, when we say, "I walk the path of wisdom," we remind ourselves that life is a journey of learning. Every mistake is a lesson, every challenge is an opportunity, and every experience has something to teach us. The world can be chaotic. Stress, distractions, and negativity are everywhere. But inner peace is not about escaping the chaos. It is about remaining centered despite it. When we say, "I am at peace with myself," we affirm that we do not need external things to feel whole. Peace is not found in the perfect job, the perfect relationship, or the perfect circumstances. It is found within us. This does not mean we will never feel stress or sadness. It means that even in difficult moments, we can return to a place of stillness within ourselves. Imagine carrying a calm lake inside of you. No matter what storms rage on the surface, the depths remain undisturbed. Through meditation, mindfulness, and self-awareness, we strengthen this inner peace. We learn to observe our thoughts instead of being controlled by them. We learn to respond to situations with calmness instead of reaction. And most importantly, we learn to trust ourselves, to know that no matter what happens, we have the strength to handle it. As we go through our day, these 5 affirmations become a guiding light. We start the morning with gratitude, embracing the gift of life. We move through challenges with the understanding that everything is temporary. We treat ourselves and others with compassion, creating deeper connections. We seek wisdom in every experience, making choices with awareness. And through it all, we carry a deep sense of inner peace, knowing that we are enough just as we are. This practice is simple, yet profound. It requires no special tools, no extra time, just a few moments of mindfulness each morning. And yet, the impact is life-changing. By speaking these 5 lines every morning, we rewire our minds, reshape our perspectives, and create a life of greater joy, wisdom, and fulfillment. It is a small habit that leads to profound transformation. So tomorrow morning, when you wake up, before reaching for your phone or rushing into the day, take a moment, breathe, speak these words to yourself with awareness, and watch how your life begins to change. Life is a collection of moments. Each day is an opportunity to create a new chapter, to take one step closer to the person we want to become. And it all begins with the first thoughts we invite into our minds every morning. When we wake up with gratitude, we train our hearts to see abundance instead of lack. When we embrace impermanence, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. When we choose compassion, we foster deeper relationships and a kinder world. When we walk the path of wisdom, we make better choices, shaping a more fulfilling life. And when we cultivate inner peace, we build resilience that carries us through every storm. These 5 affirmations are not just words, they are a way of living. They remind us that we are the architects of our own experiences. They empower us to shift our perspective, to respond to life with grace, and to nurture a deep sense of well-being. But transformation doesn't happen overnight. Just like a tree takes time to grow strong roots, our minds take time to absorb new ways of thinking. The key is consistency. The more we repeat these affirmations with awareness and belief, the more they will shape our reality. So as you move forward, let this practice become a daily ritual. Let these 5 lines be the first gift you give yourself each morning. Let them guide you toward a life filled with purpose, wisdom, and peace. And as the days turn into weeks, and the weeks into months, something beautiful will happen. You will begin to notice the shift, not just in your thoughts, but in your actions, your emotions, and the way you experience life itself. You will carry yourself with a quiet confidence, a gentle strength, and an unshakable peace. And one day, you will look back and realize that a simple practice, just 5 sentences spoken in the morning, transformed not just your days, but your entire life.